Alright guys, this is The Pick.
Welcome to the show, you guys.
We're just doing our recaps of college and NFL. We didn't get a chance to catch a lot of these NFL, college games. We watched a few of them, so we're going to talk about the few we did watch.
Yeah.
We just have to get off and rip the band-aid off. OU, Oklahoma University, just blew a team and lost to a team they really shouldn't have.
Nope.
It was just getting to why they lost. The defense has played awful the whole game. Just ran down the throats. Baker didn't play great, but we lost our best receiver and our best running back. I'm not going to make full-on excuses. He needs to play better if he wanted to be a Heisman winner.
Yeah.
Just the defense all over. Jordan Thomas is not a bad cornerback, but he just got eaten alive. And they just ran down our throats, man. And that's one of the things I've been really angry about OU the last few years. And one of the reasons why I wanted Bob Stoops to not be the coach anymore is this, our recruiting has been suffering, and especially on the D-line.
Yeah.
And that's shown. One of the ways we lost these games the last few years is this teams is running the ball down our throats. And that deficiency in our offensive defensive line and just the front seven in general has been really apparent, especially in this game. Yeah, man, it stings. Everyone's just gonna talk crap, and it's not fun when your team loses. And it's a lot of sentiment about the Big 12, and people just talk crap about it. A lot of it has to do with ESPN pushing narrative because they have money in SEC. And the other narrative is the Big Ten, so Fox has Big Ten, so they push the narrative as well. So, yeah, man, it sucks. That's about what I have to say about the OU game.
Yeah, man, this was not easy to hear about. I was having dinner with the family before we go watch. We went to wrestling on Saturday, watch Raw wrestling. Went out to dinner, and a friend talked about it, and he ended up hitting me up about it. And yeah, man, one of those depressing things. Look at your phone and look at the score, and you're just like, we lost to them. It's like what he says: winning or losing's not fun, but especially to a team like that, we shouldn't have lost to them at all. Yeah, we lost some key players in that game, which hurt. Mayfield didn't play the greatest. He didn't play terrible either, but he could have played better. And yeah, dude, it's just that the biggest factor in that game was our defense. They played horrible. That has been our downfall, is our defense. If we had better defenses, we probably would have possibly won a title already. But yeah, man, defenses definitely have past 3-4 years. Maybe even longer, it just hurt us, man, and it showed again.
Yeah.
That's about all I got to say on it as well.
Yeah, this is...
Sucks.
It sucks.
Shouldn't have lost to that team, and me and him pretty much realize now that hopes for a championship's over.
Yeah. I wasn't fully sold on them being a championship anyway, but...
I was definitely excited about it because I thought our team had enough juice to make a run for it. But
yeah, I was too, but I kind of had a feeling maybe we were getting a little hopes up a little bit because that defense wasn't good. So we're just gonna get into those games. LSU and Florida is next one, and man, LSU's coach is saving up his job, beating the Florida team that kind of has been sputtering this whole season. And they just eked out a win. Their running back played fairly well. Let me see how many yards he got exactly. He didn't have a ton of yards, but he looked good sometimes.
Yeah, he got a tub. So.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, it's an ugly game. That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah, man, you could tell it was an ugly game, 16-17. Yeah, man, Florida's that very up and down team. You don't know what you're going to get out of them week by week. And it showed because LSU is not a good team this season.
Yeah.
And they won, so that tells you how up and down they are. Florida's quarterback played awful.
Yeah.
Only 10 for 16 and 108 yards. Come on now. You can't have that and expect to win. The running back for Florida didn't play too bad. He had 14 carries, 90 yards, but that's pretty much all their offense. And yeah, man, LSU snuck out with a win.
All right, TCU and West Virginia is the next game we're going to talk about. And man, TCU showed that they're a class of Big 12 right now,
Yeah.
getting a win, and they're undefeated. Man, Kenny Hill didn't play he didn't play bad, but he didn't play great either.
Yeah.
They just played well, man. TCU is just a good team.
Yeah, they are. That was a good game. It was close. West Virginia's quarterback played really well, so that's throwing a pick.
Yeah.
The running back went off. He had 111 yards, so they didn't play bad. It's just TCU ended up getting looks like a couple more stops and end up scoring a few more points. And yeah, man, they are 5-0. Man, salute to TCU.
Miami and Florida State's the next game we talking about. Florida State definitely fought, man. They definitely not been the season they were hoping for, and really not the season I was thinking it was going to happen. I had to match win the national title game, but they lost their quarterback, and things kind of gone downhill from there. Eric Akins, however you say, the Florida State's rookie freshman running back, he went ham. He's going to be really good.
Yep.
The quarterback from Miami, he's a pretty good quarterback, man. He played well. He had 3 tubs and a pick, but he probably a big reason why they won is because of his play, man.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that was a big upset. Or not a big upset, but it could have been a big upset, for Florida State.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, they almost got it, but their quarterback threw a couple picks when he definitely is not going to help you win the game. If you throw picks, running back went ham for them, went off. Miami's receiver played really well. He had 8 catches, 90 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And yeah, man, they snuck out with that win. And man, it sucks for Florida State's situation. The quarterback going down, and you see how it's affecting that team.
Alabama, Alabama just handled business. No, I got to say much about that. Closer than the spread was. I thought it would be closer than it was.
Yeah, how about Michigan State beating Michigan?
Yeah, man, the Michigan State, they're one of those teams that you always got to look out for.
No, it's like I said on our last show previewing this game. When it comes to rivalry games like that, you got to throw out the record.
Yeah. Michigan State's having a good season though, 4-1.
Yeah.
But yeah, that definitely a big upset.
Huge. Yeah.
Man.
Probably going to give Michigan State some definitely huge confidence that they needed. So yeah, man, they might have turning around and making this a really good season.
Just deficiencies at Michigan's quarterback positions.
Right? So
really causing harm to them.
Their quarterback, O'Corn, he threw 3 interceptions, no touchdowns, 16 for 35. That's awful, man.
Washington State, man. We're going to go to Washington State game. Man, they're looking like what I thought they were going to look like, and they're a low-key playoff team.
Right? Yeah, man.
And they're just rolling past it, man. That Flacco, whatever you said, Dan.
Falk, yeah.
He's a quarterback. He's really good.
Yeah.
And that's a good team.
Yeah, man. Looks like Hercules and that team's going to keep pushing. And, if they keep playing the way they do, they're a low-key team that can sneak in there.
Looks like Washington handled business and Stanford got an upset.
They did.
All right. Well, this is going to conclude our college preview. We didn't have a lot to say about a lot of these games because we didn't get the chance to watch a lot of it. But yeah, man, we're going to go into our NFL, and we did watch a lot of NFL this weekend. So good stuff to talk about that. So we're going to go break right quick.
Welcome back to the show, you guys.
Thanks for coming back.
All right, man, we're going to get into this NFL. Like you said, we watched a lot of NFL. So we're going to get started with the Cincinnati Bengals and the Buffalo Bills, man. Dang. We had the Bills, man, and looks like the Cincinnati pulled it out, man. Even though Andy didn't play that well, threw a couple awful picks. Well, I wouldn't say awful. It was kind of
Not really.
AJ. Yeah, it was kind of AJ's Green's fault. But yeah, man, AJ balled out even though he made some mistakes. Those two interceptions and a fumble. But hey, man, 7 receptions, almost 200 yards, and a touchdown. So he played well. They got Mixon involved. He didn't run for a whole bunch of yards, but he did get a tub, so he was a factor in that game. And yeah, man, once again they showed that they can pull out these wins, man, once they get the ball to their main target, which is AJ.
Yeah, Andy Dalton didn't play great, but
No.
didn't play bad either. Best game he's played so far this season.
Yeah.
Those 2 interceptions weren't fully his fault. AJ Green needs to come down with those passes.
Yep.
Bengals defense played great. They shut down Shady for the most part, and Taylor didn't have a great game, and none of the receivers really played well either.
Right.
Yeah, man, that's an impressive win for the Bengals, and they're still in the playoff hunt.
Oh yeah.
And the Bills, man, that's just one game that didn't play well.
Yeah.
I still think the Bills might have a good season.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the Jets and Browns. First game for Myles Garrett. He had 2 sacks, so he was pretty impressive. But the Browns, man, they're a train wreck. They replaced their rookie quarterback pretty much in the second quarter, and I think that was kind of a stupid plan.
Yeah.
And Hogan didn't play very well either, and the Browns defense kept them in it, but Jets has prevailed, man. They're just a better team.
Yeah, man, they're just getting away with the wins as well, the Jets. And yeah, man, McCown didn't play the greatest, but he didn't play that bad. And they didn't really have a running game. Nobody really stood out as far as receiving either. But yeah, man, they just played good defense. Held down their quarterback, stopped Crowell from making a running game and making them beat them with their arm, and that's honestly what helped them is they stopped them from making third downs and eked out a win.
Panthers and the Lions, the next game we talk about, and Cam, man, he's balling out this season so far. He's had to deal with a lot of controversy this week.
Yeah.
Imposed on himself, and he came to the game and balled out, man, and they beat a really good Lions team.
Yep.
Main reason why is because of Cam Newton's great play. They finally got McCaffrey the ball and got him a touchdown. That's a good sign. And that Panthers defense beat the crap out of Matt Stafford today. And Lions might not go super far if their offensive line to protect Stafford better.
Yep.
And yeah, man, that Carolina Panthers team, they're impressive.
Right? Yeah, man. Cam was struggling these first 2 games, which was expected when you don't play any preseason, you don't take any snaps, and that. So yeah, man, he kind of knocked the rust. It's looked like he's knocking the rust off right now, man, and getting back into form. And he kicked some ass in that game. Looked sharp, made plays when he needed to. That was a really impressive play when they had Stewart, him in the middle, and then had McCaffrey sneak in for that touchdown. That was a really cool play. I really like that. And yeah, man, that's kind of what Carolina did, man. They defense was kind of struggling to stop Detroit, but that offense for Carolina was making some impressive plays and getting down the field, and they end up taking that victory.
Yeah. Colts and the Niners is the next game we talk about, and Colts, man, they fought and they won a game. Brissett, man, he played well.
Mm-hmm.
He played well enough for the Colts to win. He's on a good team, so I'm not expecting him to play amazingly, but he played well enough, and they get to give it to the 49ers. They fought back, and they took it to overtime, and the Colts just prevailed. T.Y. Hilton had a pretty good game. He plays well against bad teams, seems like. Yeah, man, and it seemed like they got themselves a running back. Mack, he had 2 tubs, and he was pretty impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that's kind of how you could tell that your defense is bad is when you make Brian Hoyer look damn decent. So, yeah, man, they're struggling on defense still, but looks like they found themselves a quarterback for right now. Who knows if he'll be there next year? We don't know yet, but yeah, man, he's looking like he can get them a couple more wins this season, and maybe make it decent season. And how about Mack, man, the running back coming out and running his ass off, man. He ran for 91 yards and a touchdown. Nobody's expecting that out of him. Yeah. So, yeah, man, they end up making it a good game, overtime game, and they got to sudden death and kicked that field goal to win. So, yeah, man, scrappy game.
Yeah. Dolphins and Titans, the next game we talk about. Yeah, man, the Titans are struggling without Mariota, and Dolphins got to win.
I will say they're still sucking butt, but
yeah, they're a very bad team in my eyes.
Yeah.
But they just played well enough to win a game that against a team that doesn't have the quarterback.
Yeah.
Jay Cutler's still playing awful.
Yeah.
Parker got hurt, unfortunately. Hope he's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, Dolphins they won a game. They're going through some controversy because of their offensive line coach is kind of doing cocaine and being crazy. But
being an idiot.
But yeah, they got a win, and they're still mildly in the playoff contention, I guess. I don't really think they're making the playoffs. They're a bad team, but you never know with the NFL, man.
Right. Yeah, man. Miami just got away with the win because the Titans didn't have their quarterback, man, and that can show you I know it ain't a one-man team or a one-man game by no means in football, but it does show you and prove that if you ain't got your one of your best players on the field, you can play bad, and it showed. Murray didn't do much in this game at all, no running game, and that's kind of what they needed in this game, and it didn't happen. So they kind of had to rely on Matt Castle, and he hadn't played in a while. And he hadn't started in a while, so he was rusty, and it showed. And God, man, Cutler's just playing awful, man. Like I said, they scraped away with this win, man. Barely got away with one.
Yep. All right. So Giants and the Chargers, the next game we talk about, and Giants, man, their season's over.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Beckham got hurt. That sucks.
We just heard Brandon Marshall also broke his ankle. So yeah, man, they're pretty much done.
Yeah.
I mean, they're already 0-5. So
yeah. The best thing for Giants to hope for is get a really high pick and get Darnold or Rosen or Allen or whoever else.
Yeah, they need a new quarterback.
Yeah. Chargers, they finally got a win.
Yep.
Philip Rivers doesn't have to yell in his micro headset anymore. They finally got Melvin Gordon going.
Yep.
And they just squeaked out a win against a team that's just injury prone and they're just not getting together, man. I don't think Chargers are making the playoffs. They just got too many losses, but they took advantage of a train wreck of the New York season.
Yeah, man. Honestly, the LA Chargers got away with one because they were losing that game, and then Beckham went down, and it went south for him, and kind of looked like Eli kind of went in freeze mode and froze up. So he ended up, I believe, getting sacked, fumbled, and they got the ball on their like a 10-yard line. And they scored, and they took the lead, and yeah, man, it just. Kind of the wall crumbled for him at that point when Beckham went down.
Yeah.
It was starting to crumble already, but it pretty much fell down at that point when he got hurt. So, yeah, man, it sucks. Like I tell him, I always want to see. I don't want to always see players get hurt. I hate that to begin with, and you just don't want to see a star player get hurt. That for sure, because you want to see him compete, and it sucks, man. And I am happy for the Chargers, though. They got them a win. Rivers didn't play bad, man. And Gordon's definitely step up and kick some butt in that game.
Yeah. All right, Eagles and the Cardinals, the next game we're talking about. And see here, man, Eagles is stomped on the Cardinals. Wentz is looking like a superstar, man. And Cardinals they're having a rough season. They need a new quarterback, and Bruce Arians might be out and having to find a new job, unfortunately.
Yeah, man. Carson Wentz, man, is looking like that dude. I honestly is right now, as far as right now, I putting him in the category for MVP right now.
Yeah, definitely a contender.
He's looking good. So I mean, there ain't much talk about. The Cardinals are awful, man, and you can see it. And the Eagles, man, are kicking some butt, and they're looking like the best in the NFC right now. So yeah. All right, welcome back, guys. All right, now we're going to talk about the Jags and the Steelers, man. God, man, Big Ben throwing 5 interceptions. Man, I think when he said he needs to retire, I don't know, man. Might be looking that way, man. Threw three of them were just really bad. A couple were tipped. It just, man, he just did not play well in this game. No running game in this game. You got to give credit, man. Jags has a really good defense. You got to give credit where credit is due, and they stepped up, got a couple of pick sixes, and man, what can you say about their rookie running back for the Jags, man? He's balling out. Almost had 200 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns. One of them was a 90-yarder, and yeah, man, they need a quarterback though. Definitely need a new quarterback, but yeah, man, Jags defense is strong, and they got a running game.
Yeah, pretty much. I think Ben probably needs to retire.
Yeah.
He wanted to retire last year, and probably should have. Yeah, man, they're definitely a playoff team if Blake Bortles can play better. Leonard Fournette's a beast, and he's kind of an old school running back. You got to give him the ball a whole bunch of times and get out of his way. Jags got a really good win, and Pittsburgh's in a lot of trouble, man.
Yeah.
All we got to say about that one. See here. The Seahawks are in the Rams, my Rams, I mean. Yeah, man, Seahawks got to win. People bagging on the Rams, probably bagging on the Rams, saying that they're a fluky-ass team and they're not very good. I just think that's ridiculous. They just played a really good defense. Jared Goff didn't play great, but didn't play terrible. That last drive, they probably should have won the game. Cooper Kupp needs to come down with that pass, man, and but just didn't get the dub, and sometimes things don't go your way. Seahawks, that defense is still really, really good, and Russell Wilson, he had a turnover, and he tackled a player that almost got a touchdown that would have completely changed the game, and saved his team. They held him to a field goal, and that really changed the outcome of that game. Yeah, man, Seahawks still the class of the West, but I think the Rams are definitely knocking on that door.
Yeah, man. I don't care what nobody says. Seahawks still have good defense. Their offense might be trying to figure out their way. Definitely need a better offensive line to protect Russell. But, yeah, man, they're still not that bad of a team. And the Rams, that's the kind of thing. They ran into a good team. And ran into a defense that understood that he's a rookie and they're going to go at him and get pressure. And it got to him. There was a lot of times where it got to him and he threw a pick. And, yeah, man, Cooper Kupp, man, you got to hang on to that football. Y'all would have won that game. That's the other thing. Goff was driving down the field when it mattered and got his team to where he could get into scoring position. And like I said, almost won the game. It just so happened his receiver dropped a pass. Yeah. And, yeah, man, he's a good-looking quarterback, and that's still a good team. Yeah, everybody that's bagging on him, thinking they suck. No, they just ran into a good team.
Yeah. All right, Ravens and Raiders is the next game we talked about. And Raiders don't have no quarterback, and they're not going to win a lot of games without him. Ravens just took advantage of that situation with the Raiders, and yeah, man, they didn't give Beast Mode the ball enough for the Raiders, but Ravens defense played well enough, and Flacco played a pretty good game. Mm-hmm. Buck Allen played decently, got a tub and few 73 yards. Wallace stepped up and had a whole bunch of yards, a couple of receptions, and yeah, man, Ravens got a win that they really needed.
Yeah, man, that is right, man. They got a win they needed. Took advantage of Raiders not having their starting quarterback out there. Got some pressure on their quarterback Manuel and made him throw some picks. And that's what that good Ravens defense is good at, is getting turnovers. So they got turnovers when they needed them. Flacco stepped up, played pretty decently, a lot better than he's been playing the last 2 weeks. And yeah, man, they got the dub.
All right, Packers and the Cowboys next game we talked about. Aaron Rodgers, man, he's one of the greatest quarterbacks ever to play, and definitely showed it this game. He, I I can't even put in words, man. Some of those passes are just breathtaking, and he's such a special player, and it's amazing to watch him throw the football. They finally found himself a decent running back.
Yeah.
That rookie from UTEP, he balled out, man. Aaron Jones, and he played really well. Had a tub, and yeah, man. Packers are definitely a Super Bowl contending team, as long as Rodgers is flinging that ball. And Cowboys, Zeke's still struggling, but Dak played really well, and man, he's a pretty impressive quarterback. I think he's gonna be pretty good in this league.
Yep. Yeah, man. Rodgers, man, looking like the GOAT. Stepped up big time. At the end, we had a 3rd and 8, and if it wasn't for him rushing out and getting that first down, we would tie the game and ended up probably going to OT. And at that point, it's a flip of the coin. So yeah, man, he stepped up huge, and like he does, that's what Aaron Rodgers does. When we need to get down the field and win, he gets down the field and he wins. And somebody asked him during the interview, they said, well, what was you looking for, just a field goal or a touchdown? Of course, he was like, I want that touchdown. I want to win the game. So big game for him, big game for Adams. He came back off that big concussion injury and caught a couple touchdowns and caught the game-winning touchdown. And what's great is what I love is that Aaron Rodgers shows trust in his receivers, because if you notice, the play before that was the same play, but the defender knocked it down, and Adams went back in the huddle and said, throw it right back to me, same play. And he did, man. He gave him confidence, and Adams went up climbed the ladder and got the touchdown. And yeah, man, we got ourselves possibly a running game now. Our rookie Aaron Jones stepped up huge, ran for over 100 yards and a touchdown. So big game for him. And Cowboys, man, they fought like I expected. Dak did step up when he needed to as well on some big plays, scrambled out and made plays when he needed to. For the most part, I got to salute my defense. They stopped Zeke for the most part until the 4th quarter. He kind of was getting some good runs on us in the 4th quarter. But yeah, man, for the most part of that game, our defense stepped up and got some big stops and got a good victory.
All right, Chiefs and Texans in the next game we talk about, and J.J. Watt, he suffered a really bad injury, unfortunately, and Texans is kind of dropping like flies that game, and
Merciless got hurt as well.
Yeah, that too, and
he's going to be probably out for the season as well.
Oh man, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's terrible. Yeah. But the bright side is they got themselves a franchise quarterback in my
eyes. That is
eyes.
for sure.
So they definitely going to have a pretty good season the next couple of years. Chiefs, man, they're still the best team in the NFL, man. Hunt didn't have the best game so far of his career, but he still got 100.
Yeah, still had 100.
Yeah, so he's still he's a beast, and Alex Smith was the MVP so far for me. Yeah, that's a really good team. They got a really good win. Yeah,
man, that game was kind of what I expected, a high-scoring battle, and it was, man. Alex Smith, yeah, I agree, dude. I think he's number 1 right now as far as MVP. I know it's early, but yeah, he's been balling out. He's been proving that he ain't just no game manager quarterback anymore. Yeah. He can actually get down the field, score some touchdowns, and win games. And Travis Kelce, once again, had another really good game. 8 catches, 98 yards, and that's the man right now. Like I know they got Tyree Hill, and I know they got Hunt, but Kelce's, man, he's that factor. He's that one guy that linebackers just they're like, crap, I gotta guard this guy, and it's tough for him. And Kareem Hunt, what can I say, man? He's having a hell of a rookie season. Once again, another 100-yard game, and yeah, dude, Houston has got themselves a quarterback. Didn't throw for a whole lot of yards, wasn't too consistent, only 16 for 31. That's pretty bad if you think about it. But 5 touchdowns. Can't complain there. Miller did okay. And Hopkins was kind of non-existent in this game, and I think that was one of the key factors. Is Chiefs stepped up and stopped a big receiver for him. And yeah, man, Chiefs got a win with that high-powered offense.
Yep. All right. Sorry about that. Last game we're going to talk about is Vikings and Bears. Vikings got a really good win. Bradford's still not healthy. And they don't have the best quarterback, best running back, or best receiver, and they still got that win.
Yep.
Case Keenum came in and played well, and that defense is still great. And they're going to go far if Bradford can come back and play like he was playing.
Yeah.
And Mitchell Trubisky, he didn't play great, but that's a great defense, so I wasn't expecting him to play amazing. But he didn't play bad, so maybe they got themselves a quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Case Keenum came in second half of this game, and yeah, Bradford. It was easy to tell that he wasn't 100%. He looked very uncomfortable at times. There was a couple sacks that he got. He got sacked 4 times. There's a couple of sacks that he just literally fell to the ground because he didn't want to get hit. And Charles Woodson said it during at the halftime. If you got a quarterback that's just falling down, not looking down the field for targets and willing to take shots, you know something's wrong. And yeah, man, that was exactly what it was. He wasn't 100%. He didn't want to take a shot, and there's a lot of times that he was limping on the sideline. So I have to commend the Vikings for taking him out, not pushing the issue, because they could have very easily pushed the issue and got him hurt even further, and pretty much would take his career away, probably for good at that point if he gets hurt any further. So. Yeah, that was a good decision they pulled him. So their running back McKinnon stepped up huge. They thought what's his name, LeVar Miller was gonna be their running back, but McKinnon stepped up huge, had 95 yards and a touchdown. And on the other side of the ball for the Chicago, Trubisky didn't play too bad, but he didn't play great either. He ruined the game at the end, which kind of stings. He threw a really bad interception that he shouldn't have thrown, because it was really close to the opponent's goal line. So threw a bad pass, and that made it easy for Minnesota to be right there to kick a game-winning field goal. So yeah, man, they might got themselves a quarterback. He just made a rookie mistake, literally. So.
Yeah. Yeah,
man, and Howard didn't play a bad game. He had 76 yards. So, Chicago, man, you might got yourself a future quarterback.
Yeah. All right, guys, this is going to conclude the pick. Hope you all have a good day, and thank you for watching.
Yeah, thank you for watching the pick, and we'll see you all in the next one.